If your thoughts truly shape your reality, then why hasn't your life changed? Have you ever felt like the universe is ignoring you? You've journaled your dreams, visualized success, repeated affirmations until your throat went dry, but still you attract the very things you fear. Maybe it's not because you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're just vibrating on the wrong frequency, because here's the truth. The universe doesn't listen to what you say, it responds to who you are. In this video, we're going to lift the veil and uncover what the quantum field is really picking up, and why that's the real reason you're not manifesting what you want. Section 1. The hidden force behind your stuck reality. Have you ever poured your heart into a wish, whispering it into the universe, only to be met with deafening silence? You've dreamed of a better life, a promotion that elevates your career, a soulmate who completes you, or a bank account that reflects abundance. You've followed the playbook, visualized your goals with vivid clarity, journaled your desires diligently, and repeated affirmations like a sacred mantra. You've stayed committed, believed fiercely, yet nothing shifts. The job remains stagnant. The ideal partner never materializes. Your bank balance sits stubbornly unchanged. You start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't the universe responding to me? What if the real reason your manifestations aren't coming to life has nothing to do with your effort? What if it's not about how vividly you visualize, how often you journal, or how persistently you affirm? What if the true obstacle lies in a deeper, unseen layer, the way you exist within the quantum field, an invisible web of energy that shapes every outcome in your reality? Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, the quantum reason why your manifestations fail, and uncovering how to align with the hidden energetic currents that govern your life's results. This isn't about wishful thinking or surface-level positivity. It's a journey into energetic integrity, the subconscious codes that silently steer your path, and the unspoken rules of the quantum field you're immersed in. Prepare to explore the unseen forces at play and discover how to harmonize with the reality, shaping web that holds the key to your dreams. Section 2. The quantum field, a living mirror of your essence. Quantum physicists have unveiled a truth that shakes the foundation of how we perceive reality. At its core, everything, every thought, every object, every moment is energy. This energy vibrates, dances, and intertwines within a vast, invisible quantum field that connects all things in an intricate web of existence. This isn't just a scientific theory, it's a profound revelation that redefines how you interact with the universe. The quantum field isn't a passive backdrop to your life, it's a living, dynamic mirror that reflects not just what you say or do, but who you are at your deepest level. It doesn't merely listen to your words or wishes, it senses the energetic frequency you emit. Your thoughts, emotions, and subconscious beliefs all create a unique vibrational signature that resonates within this field, and the field in turn responds by shaping your reality to match that vibration. Imagine standing before a mirror. You can't fake a radiant smile if your heart is heavy with fear, doubt, or a sense of lack. The mirror doesn't lie, it reflects the truth of your inner state. The quantum field operates the same way. You might visualize abundance, repeat affirmations of success, or dream of love, but if your inner energy radiates scarcity, self-doubt, or unworthiness, the field will reflect that back to you. It doesn't deliver what you want, it delivers what you are. When your outer desires, those goals you chase with passion, clash with your inner vibration, the quantum field senses the discord. It's like trying to tune a radio to one station while broadcasting another. The result, your manifestations stall and your reality feels stuck. To unlock the power of the quantum field, you must align your inner energy with your outer intentions, creating a harmonious frequency that the universe can't help but mirror back to you in the form of your dreams. Section 3. The scarcity loop. Why most people are energetically blocked. Let me share a story that cuts to the heart of why so many of us feel stuck, even when we're doing all the right things. A close friend of mine, Tara, had a dream that burned brightly in her heart. She wanted to launch a holistic healing business. She envisioned herself guiding others toward emotional and spiritual balance, using her intuitive gifts to make a meaningful impact. Tara didn't just sit on this vision, she took action. She invested in a collection of high-quality crystals, each one carefully chosen for its energetic properties. She enrolled in multiple certification courses, spending late nights studying energy healing techniques, chakra balancing, and mindfulness practices. Her social media presence was vibrant. She posted daily with inspirational quotes, aesthetic photos of her healing space, and thoughtful captions about self-discovery. On paper, Tara was a textbook example of someone manifesting their dream life. She was ticking every box that the self-help gurus prescribe: set intentions, take inspired action, and show up consistently. But months passed, and no clients came. Her inbox remained empty, her phone silent. The bookings she hoped for never materialized. Tara's enthusiasm began to waver, replaced by a quiet frustration that she couldn't quite name. She wondered if she was doing something wrong. Maybe her posts weren't catchy enough, or her prices were too high, but the truth ran deeper. One evening, over a cup of chamomile tea, I asked her a question that cut through the surface. Tara, do you truly believe you're worthy of being paid to help people heal? There was a pause, a long, heavy pause. Her eyes flickered with uncertainty, and she shifted in her seat. I think so, she said. Her voice, trailing off that hesitation, spoke volumes. It wasn't just doubt. It was a window into the energetic broadcast she was sending out into the world. On the surface, Tara was doing everything right. She was manifesting with vision boards, affirmations, and hustle, but beneath the polished exterior, her core vibration was something else entirely. Fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear that her voice, her gifts, her very essence weren't valuable enough to be received. Deep down, Tara was caught in what I call the scarcity loop, a cycle where self-doubt and lack perpetuate more of the same. This loop isn't unique to Tara. It's a universal trap that keeps so many of us energetically blocked. We live in a world that bombards us with messages of scarcity. There's not enough time, money, or opportunity to go around. We internalize these messages, often without realizing it, and they shape our emotional truth. For Tara, the scarcity loop showed up as a subtle but persistent belief that she wasn't worthy of success. No matter how many crystals she bought or how many posts she shared, that underlying vibration of lack was what the universe was responding to. The quantum field, the energetic fabric that connects all things, doesn't work like a vending machine where you insert effort and get results. It's more like a finely tuned sensor, reading the frequency of your emotional truth, your thoughts, your actions, and your surface level positivity matter, but they're secondary to the deeper vibration you're emitting. If that vibration is rooted in scarcity, fear, doubt, or unworthiness, the field will mirror it back to you. You'll attract more situations that reinforce the lack you feel inside. For Tara, this meant empty appointment slots and a growing sense of defeat. Breaking the scarcity loop isn't about working harder or faking confidence. It's about confronting the emotional truth at your core. Tara had to face her fear of rejection head on. She began journaling about her self-worth, exploring where those doubts originated, childhood moments of being overlooked, past failures that left scars. She practiced small, intentional acts of self-validation, like celebrating her own insights without needing external approval. Slowly, she began to shift her vibration from lack to abundance, from fear to trust. The results weren't instant, but they were profound. Within weeks of this inner work, Tara booked her first client, then another. Her energy had changed, and the quantum field responded. She wasn't just manifesting anymore. She was embodying the worthiness she'd always carried, but hadn't fully claimed. The lesson here is clear. The scarcity loop thrives on unexamined fears. To break free, you must align your emotional truth with the reality you want to create. The universe isn't listening to your words or your hustle. It's tuning into your vibration. What are you broadcasting today? Section 4. Manifestation is not a to-do list. It's a frequency. Here's a hard truth that many overlook in their pursuit of a better life. Manifestation isn't about action alone. It's not a checklist of tasks you can complete to unlock your dreams. You don't manifest by sheer hustle, vision boards, or reciting affirmations like a script. You manifest by frequency, by the energetic signal you broadcast from the core of your being. Let's unpack this with a story. A colleague of mine, James, spent years chasing financial abundance. He read every book on wealth building, attended seminars, and followed the advice to a T: network relentlessly, save aggressively, invest wisely. He spoke the language of success, telling everyone, "I want abundance." But despite his efforts, his bank account stayed stubbornly stagnant. Opportunities slipped through his fingers, deals fell apart, promotions passed him by. Frustrated, he confided in me one day, "I'm doing everything right. Why isn't it working?" I asked him a simple question. When you think about asking for more money, more opportunities, how do you feel? He admitted, after a moment of reflection, that he felt a pang of guilt. Deep down, he carried a belief from childhood that wanting more was selfish, that abundance was for other people. No matter how many action steps he took, his emotional frequency was one of guilt and lack, and the universe, it was simply mirroring that back to him. This is where so many of us get stuck. You can say, "I want abundance," with conviction, but if your emotional truth is laced with guilt, shame, or unworthiness, you'll repel the very thing you're chasing. The quantum field, the invisible energetic web that connects all things, doesn't respond to your words or your to-do list. It responds to your identity, the frequency of who you are at your core. If you're vibrating with lack, fear, or self-doubt, that's what the field amplifies. No matter how many affirmations you repeat, consider another example. Sarah, a vibrant woman I met at a workshop, dreamed of finding her soulmate. She visualized her ideal partner daily, imagining romantic dates and deep conversations. But when we dug deeper, she revealed a hidden belief. Love, in her experience, often led to betrayal. Her parents' messy divorce and a string of past heartbreaks had left her with a subconscious conviction that love wasn't safe. Sure enough, the partners she attracted mirrored that belief. Charming at first, but ultimately unreliable. Her vision boards were filled with images of love, but her frequency was broadcasting fear. The quantum field doesn't care about your pound board. It reads your emotional truth and delivers accordingly. Trying to manifest a new life while operating from the emotional energy of your old life is like painting over rust and wondering why the color fades. The surface might look shiny for a moment, but the underlying corrosion remains. Your old wounds, unhealed fears, and limiting beliefs create an energetic mismatch with the reality you're trying to create. You can't trick the universe with positive thinking alone. It sees through the facade to the frequency beneath. So, how do you shift this? True manifestation requires you to become the version of yourself who already has what you desire emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. This isn't about faking it or forcing positivity. It's about aligning your inner world with your outer vision. For James, it meant unraveling his guilt around wealth. He started small, reframing money as a tool for good rather than a source of shame. He practiced gratitude for what he already had, which shifted his energy from lack to sufficiency. Over time, new opportunities began to flow. Clients reached out, investments paid off. His external reality shifted because his internal frequency did. For Sarah, it was about healing her relationship with love. She worked with a therapist to process her past betrayals, replacing fear with trust in her own resilience. She began to embody the energy of someone who felt safe in love, open, confident, and worthy. Soon, she attracted a partner who matched that new vibration, someone who showed up with consistency and care. The key to manifestation is this: the quantum field responds to who you are, not what you do. To manifest abundance, embody the frequency of abundance. Feel worthy, expansive, and grateful now. To manifest love, vibrate with the energy of love, openness, trust, and self-acceptance. Start by examining your emotional truth. What beliefs are quietly shaping your frequency? What fears are holding you back? Do the inner work to release them, whether through journaling, meditation, or seeking support. When you align your identity with your desires, the universe doesn't just respond, it conspires to bring your vision to life. Section 5. Rewiring the inner frequencies. A few years ago, I found myself at a crossroads, yearning for clarity in my purpose. I was convinced that if I could just find my calling, everything else would fall into place. So I dove headfirst into what I thought was the solution: more tools, more knowledge, more effort. I devoured self-help books, stacking them on my nightstand like a fortress of wisdom. I signed up for online courses on everything from mindfulness to goal setting. I meditated twice a day, journaled affirmations, and even tried vision boarding with magazine cutouts of serene landscapes and inspiring quotes. I was doing all the things the experts said would bring clarity, yet, despite my relentless pursuit, I felt more lost than ever. My purpose remained elusive, like a mirage that receded with every step I took. One quiet evening, sitting with my journal, I felt a wave of frustration. Why wasn't this working? I had all the tools, all the knowledge. What was I missing? In that moment of stillness, a question bubbled up. What do you believe about your own voice? It hit me like a lightning bolt. Deep down, buried beneath layers of ambition and effort, was a belief I hadn't dared to face. My voice doesn't matter. It was a whisper from childhood, woven from moments of being overlooked, dismissed, or told to stay small. I hadn't even realized this belief was running the show, silently shaping my actions and my reality. That realization was a turning point. It wasn't about doing more, it was about rewiring the internal signal I was broadcasting to the universe. The moment I saw that belief for what it was, a limiting story, not a truth, something shifted. I began the work of dismantling it, not with more tools, but with intentional inner work to align my nervous system, beliefs, and energy with the identity I wanted to embody. Someone whose voice was valuable, whose purpose was clear, and whose presence mattered. The transformation didn't happen overnight, but it was profound. As I rewired my inner frequencies, opportunities started to flow. Clients reached out, seemingly out of nowhere. My inbox filled with messages from people resonating with my work. Speaking engagements and collaborations appeared without me chasing them. Alignment felt effortless, not because I was doing more, but because I had shifted who I was being. My nervous system was no longer vibrating with self-doubt, it was humming with confidence and trust. So, how do you rewire your own inner frequencies? It's not about adding more tasks to your to-do list. It's about peeling back the layers of limiting beliefs and aligning your energy with the version of yourself who already lives the life you desire. Here are some practical tools to help you begin. Identify the hidden belief. Take a moment to sit quietly and ask, what do I believe about myself that's holding me back? Don't judge the answers, just notice them. For me, it was my voice doesn't matter. For you, it might be I'm not enough. I don't deserve success, or I'll never be seen. Write it down. Seeing the belief on paper strips away its power. Challenge the story. Ask yourself, is this belief true? Where did it come from? Trace it back to its roots, maybe a childhood memory, a past failure, or a cultural message. Then reframe it. For example, I replaced my voice doesn't matter with my voice is a gift that inspires others. Repeat this new belief daily, not as an affirmation, but as a truth you're stepping into. Regulate your nervous system. Limiting beliefs often live in your body as tension or anxiety. Practice somatic techniques like deep breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8, or gentle movement like yoga to release stored stress. A calm nervous system creates space for new, empowering frequencies. Embody the future you. Visualize the version of yourself who already has what you desire. How do they feel? How do they carry themselves? Start acting from that place now. For me, this meant speaking with confidence, even when I felt unsure, trusting that my words had value. Small, consistent actions build a new energetic identity. Track the evidence. Keep a journal of moments when the universe responds to your new frequency, whether it's a kind email, an unexpected opportunity, or a sense of inner peace. These are signs your alignment is working. Over time, they'll compound, reinforcing your new vibration. Rewiring your inner frequencies isn't about perfection or speed. It's about honesty and persistence. For me, confronting that one belief, my voice doesn't matter, unlocked a cascade of alignment. Clients didn't just find me, they felt drawn to the energy I was now embodying. The quantum field wasn't responding to my hustle, it was resonating with my newfound sense of worth. You have the power to shift your frequency too. Start by looking within. What belief is running your show? Name it, reframe it, and embody the version of you who's already living your purpose. The universe is listening, not to your to-do list, but to the signal of your soul. Section 6. Become a frequency match, not a forceful seeker. Here's a truth that most manifestation videos gloss over. You don't get what you chase, you get what you embody. The universe doesn't reward relentless pursuit or frantic effort. It responds to the energy you radiate. Chasing outcomes is like running after a mirage. The harder you push, the further they seem to slip away. The secret lies in mastering your state of being, aligning your inner frequency with the reality you desire. When you become a vibrational match for what you seek, the quantum field delivers it effortlessly. Let me share a story that brought this lesson home for me. A few years ago, I was desperate to grow my creative business. I wanted more clients, more projects, more recognition. I thought the answer was to hustle harder, cold, emailing potential collaborators, posting endlessly on social media, and networking at every event I could find. I was chasing opportunities with a kind of frantic energy, convinced that if I just worked harder, the doors would open. But instead of thriving, I felt exhausted, and the opportunities I craved remained just out of reach. My inbox was a ghost town, and the few responses I got were polite rejections. One day, a mentor pulled me aside and said, "You're trying to force the universe to bend to your will. Stop chasing, start being." That advice stopped me in my tracks. I realized my energy was one of desperation, not confidence. I was broadcasting neediness, and the quantum field was mirroring it back with scarcity. To shift this, I had to stop manipulating outcomes and start embodying the qualities of the reality I wanted. So I changed my approach. Instead of chasing abundance, I began cultivating gratitude for what I already had, every small payment, every kind word from a client, even the quiet moments of creative flow. Instead of seeking validation, I started sharing my work generously, offering free workshops and insights without expecting immediate returns. Instead of forcing connections, I focused on being present, open, and authentic in every interaction. Slowly, my energy shifted from lack to sufficiency, from seeking to embodying, and the results. Within weeks, new clients reached out, invitations to collaborate poured in, opportunities I hadn't even imagined began to unfold, not because I chased them, but because I had become a frequency match for them. This flips the entire manifestation equation. It's not about manipulating the quantum field with vision boards or affirmations, though those can be helpful tools. It's about syncing your inner state with the reality you desire. The field doesn't respond to your actions alone, it reads the vibration behind them. Here's how to become a frequency match for what you want: love. Become loving. Radiate love in your daily life, not just romantically, but in how you treat yourself, strangers, even the barista who gets your order wrong. Practice small acts of kindness, like leaving a heartfelt note or listening deeply to a friend. When you embody love, you attract relationships that mirror that warmth. For example, a friend of mine started smiling at everyone she met, not to get anything but to feel love in her heart. Within months, she met a partner who matched her openness. Want abundance. Cultivate gratitude for every dollar. Shift from focusing on what you lack to appreciating what you have. Write down 3 things each day that money has brought you: a warm meal, a cozy home, a coffee that brightened your morning. This rewires your energy from scarcity to sufficiency. I know someone who started thanking every bill they paid, seeing it as proof of abundance flowing through them. Swoon, unexpected checks and job offers began arriving. Want opportunity? Be generous with your gifts now. Share your talents freely without waiting for permission or payment. If you're a writer, post your insights online. If you're an artist, create for the joy of it. Generosity signals trust in the universe's abundance. When I began offering free webinars to share my knowledge, I wasn't expecting clients, but they came drawn to the energy of giving. I was embodying. This approach isn't about forcing the universe to comply, it's about aligning with its flow. The quantum field is like a tuning fork. It resonates with the frequency you emit. If you're chasing love with a heart full of fear, you'll attract chaos. If you're chasing wealth with a mindset of lack, you'll find more struggle. But when you embody the qualities of what you seek, love, gratitude, generosity, the field responds in kind. Start small, pick one desire and ask, how can I embody this now? If it's abundance, savor the feeling of enough in this moment. If it's connection, be the friend you wish to have. Track the shifts, small synchronicities, unexpected kindnesses, moments of ease. These are signs you're syncing with the field. Becoming a frequency match isn't about effort, it's about alignment. Stop chasing, start being. The universe will meet you there. Section 7. Closing the gap between you and your quantum future. As we reach the end of this journey, let's address the heart of why your manifestations may feel just out of reach. The real reason you're not stepping into the life you dream of isn't because you're using the wrong technique, lacking the perfect vision board, or missing some secret formula. It's not because the universe has deemed you unlucky or unworthy. The truth is simpler and more profound. You're trying to reach your quantum future while tethered to the energy of your past. I learned this lesson the hard way. A few years ago, I was stuck in a cycle of wanting more purpose, more connection, more impact. I'd write detailed goals, meditate on them, and follow every manifestation practice I could find. Yet, my life felt like it was on repeat, the same unfulfilling patterns, the same self-doubts resurfacing. One night, staring at the ceiling, I had an epiphany. I was clinging to an old identity, one shaped by years of feeling not enough, rooted in childhood moments of being dismissed and professional setbacks that left me questioning my worth. No matter how many affirmations I repeated, my energy was still broadcasting that old story. The quantum field wasn't resisting me. It was responding to the signal I was sending. The quantum field doesn't speak English, Spanish, or any language of words. It speaks the language of emotion, energy, and belief. Your thoughts and actions are important, but they're like the tip of an iceberg. What truly matters is the emotional frequency beneath. The future you desire, a life of abundance, love, purpose, or freedom, already exists in the quantum field as a vibrational possibility, but only the version of you that resonates with that frequency can access it. If you're holding on to past energies, fear, shame, or self-doubt, you're like a radio tuned to a static-filled station, unable to pick up the clear signal of your dreams. So how do you close the gap between where you are and the quantum future waiting for you? It starts with 3 powerful questions. What belief do I need to let go of? Reflect on the stories you've carried that no longer serve you. For me, it was the belief that I wasn't enough. For you, it might be I'll never succeed, I don't deserve love, or I have to earn my worth. Name the belief, write it down, and consciously release it. Try a ritual, burn the paper safely, or visualize the belief dissolving into light. Letting go creates space for a new frequency to emerge. What identity am I clinging to? We often hold on to outdated versions of ourselves, identities built on past pain, failures, or roles we've outgrown. Ask yourself, who am I being right now? If it's the struggling artist, the unlucky singleton, or the overwhelmed worker, you're anchoring yourself to that reality. Instead, start embodying the identity aligned with your future, the confident creator, the open-hearted lover, the empowered leader. Act from that place, even in small ways like dressing, speaking, or deciding as your future self would. What would it look like if I trusted the field instead of trying to control it? Control is born from fear that the universe won't deliver. Trust, on the other hand, is a high-frequency state that aligns you with possibility. Practice surrender by letting go of rigid timelines or how your dreams must unfold. For example, when I stopped obsessing over when clients would come and focused on sharing my gifts authentically, the right opportunities arrived effortlessly. Trust the field by acting with faith, not force. Closing this gap isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more. Your reality isn't resisting you. It's responding to the energy you're emitting. When I let go of my not enough identity and began vibrating with trust and worthiness, my world transformed. Invitations to speak at events came unexpectedly. Relationships deepened. My purpose clarified, not because I forced it, but because I aligned with it. You can start this shift today. Take a moment to sit quietly and feel into your energy. What's the dominant frequency? Fear or faith, lack or love? Journal your answers to the 3 questions above. Then take one small action to embody your future self. Smile at a stranger to radiate love, express gratitude for a small win to cultivate abundance, or share a talent to invite opportunity. These acts aren't just steps, they're signals to the quantum field that you're ready. Your quantum future is waiting not as a distant dream, but as a vibrant reality you can step into now. The shift begins inside, with the courage to release old energies and embody the frequency of what you desire. Ask yourself, what's the one belief I can let go of today? Start there, and watch the universe meet you halfway. Conclusion: aligning with your quantum future As we weave together the threads of this exploration, one truth emerges. Manifestation is not about chasing, forcing, or perfecting techniques. It's about aligning your inner frequency with the reality you desire. The journey from where you are to the life you dream of is not a straight line of effort, but a transformation of energy, identity, and belief. Let's reflect on the lessons we've uncovered and how they guide you toward your quantum future. The scarcity loop, as we saw in Tara's story, is a subtle but powerful force. Like many of us, she was doing all the right things, investing in her healing business, sharing her gifts, and showing up consistently. Yet, her underlying fear of rejection kept her stuck, broadcasting a vibration of lack that the universe mirrored back. This reminds us that the quantum field is a sensor, not a vending machine. It doesn't respond to surface-level actions alone, but to the emotional truth beneath. To break free, we must confront the beliefs that keep us tethered to scarcity, whether it's "I'm not enough" or "I don't deserve success." Only by shifting our inner signal can we invite abundance, love, or purpose to flow. This leads to the heart of manifestation. It's not a to-do list, but a frequency. The stories of James and Sarah showed us that words and actions mean little if they're rooted in guilt, fear, or unworthiness. The quantum field reads your identity, the energetic essence of who you are. Trying to manifest a new life while carrying the emotional weight of an old one is like painting over rust. The surface may shine briefly, but the corrosion remains. To truly manifest, you must embody the version of yourself who already lives your desired reality, vibrating with the emotions and beliefs that match it. Rewiring those inner frequencies, as I learned in my own journey, requires courage and honesty. Confronting the belief that my voice doesn't matter was a turning point. It wasn't about adding more tools or hustle, but about dismantling limiting stories and aligning my nervous system with trust and worthiness. The tools I shared, identifying hidden beliefs, reframing them, regulating the body, and acting as your future self, are not quick fixes but powerful steps to shift your vibration. When I embodied this new frequency, clients and opportunities arrived effortlessly, proving that alignment, not effort, is the key. This principle of embodiment over chasing was clear in the idea of becoming a frequency match. My own shift from frantic pursuit to radiating gratitude and generosity transformed my reality by cultivating love, abundance, or opportunity in the present moment. Through small acts like appreciating every dollar or sharing gifts freely, you signal to the universe that you're ready for more. The quantum field and reward force. It resonates with the energy you project. Stop seeking and start being. Finally, closing the gap to your quantum future means letting go of past energies. My own struggle to find purpose taught me that clinging to old identities built on doubt or past pain blocks the path forward. The quantum field speaks the language of emotion and belief, and your desired future already exists as a vibrational possibility. To access it, ask, what belief am I holding on to? What identity no longer serves me? How can I trust the field instead of controlling it? Releasing fear and stepping into trust aligns you with the reality waiting to unfold. The life lesson is this: your reality is a reflection of your inner frequency. The universe isn't resisting you, it's responding to the signal you emit. Whether it's scarcity or abundance, fear or love, doubt or trust, you are the architect of your vibration. The shift begins inside, with the courage to face your beliefs, embody your desires, and trust the quantum field to meet you where you stand. Take one step today. Sit quietly and feel your current frequency. Journal one belief you're ready to release and one you'd like to embody. Act from that new energy. Smile with love, express gratitude, share a gift, These small shifts ripple outward, aligning you with the quantum future you're meant to live. Your dreams aren't out there to chase, they're within you, waiting for you to become their match. Start now and watch the universe conspire to bring your vision to life.